Hi everybody and welcome to my channel. And you are going to love this video if you like troll beads, and especially if you like troll beads at 50% off. So Trisha's Gems in Cloverdale or Surrey, BC, they do ship internationally. They have all of their troll beads online at 50% off. So I kind of stumbled into this sale and I received my order very quickly in these cute little baggies. So let me share with you what I picked out. So I'm just going to start opening up these cute little bags and sharing with you all of my beads. And this one is a gemstone. So if you know me and my channel and my troll beads collection, I love the gemstone. And this bead is strawberry quartz. And this is my second one that I have in my collection. And this one is very different than my first. My first was ordered online through Trollbeads Canada. Let me actually just pull that one out for you so you can see the two side by side. So this first one right here is the one that I got from Trollbeads Canada, and it is very pretty. It's petite. It does fit some of those wraparound or go round silvers like the climbing ivy one. But as you can see, this one here is just a little bit more interesting. It has some inclusions, it has a little extra sparkle. Like, I love that bit right there. Some people would consider that a flaw in the gemstone, but I actually really like those little inclusions, and I just think it adds a little bit of interest. So this is the strawberry quartz. And next up is a silver bead. So you can tell right away that it's on top. And this one I think is retired now. I'm not exactly positive, but it just kind of nestles us like a bead, like so. And it looks really pretty when it's on a fantasy necklace, or even when it's like on a bracelet. It just kind of hugs a bead, if you see what I mean. And it's not a pricey silver, so at 50% off, it's even that much more affordable. But these are the type of silver beads that made me fall in love with Trollbeads silver. Is they're just so creative. Like when you look at it just hanging like this, that doesn't look so good. But as soon as you put it on a bracelet, it just adds an amazing quality. This next silver bead is retired. It's called the Moon and Stars, and it is also at a very good price point. So you have the little star cutout in the crescent moon shape. And this one looks really nice when you use one of these little go-round gemstones, and it just kind of nestles inside of this silver. This next piece I am so excited about, and this one is retired as well, this fantasy necklace. So I got it in 100 centimeters, so it's not the longest length. It goes up to 120, but it is the longest that I own. I think my other fantasy necklaces are in the 80 centimeter or 90 centimeter length. But I got the amethyst, and I am absolutely thrilled to have this one. And the shape on this one is so pretty. So, and the depth of it, right? It's not like the darkest amethyst, but I definitely would classify this one as dark. But just turning it around, there's not a lot of inclusions in this amethyst, and it's just so pretty. It actually looks a little bit darker on camera than it is in life right now. The other fantasy necklaces that I have, this is my pearl fantasy necklace. It's a tiny bit of a pearl, but I actually quite like that. I like that it's a little bit smaller. I've got the lotus pendant, and here is the on top. So the one I purchased is my second one because I use this all the time, and I thought it would even be pretty if I had both of the on tops together. I got this idea from Pandora Fanatic. She put both of them together with a bead in the center, and look how pretty that is. Like I just find that absolutely stunning, having the two of them. And in summertime, this was probably my most worn fantasy necklace, and it's the Malachite, and I'm absolutely thrilled with the green one that I have. It's deep on one side, a little light stripe kind of in the middle there. And I've got this beautiful fish pendant. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Something with Jewel of the Sea, I think, something like that. And then I have a bead right in the center. So this one I wore quite a bit in summertime. It's really fun. So Trisha's Gems, they do have a few more fantasy necklaces for 50% off. And I believe there's like the Rosa Pearl or the Rose Pearl and Onyx. And I'm trying to remember, I think there's a white pearl as well. So tempted to add another one to my collection because I actually wear these necklaces a lot. And what I also like about these necklaces is that you can shorten them by putting a spacer on here. You can shorten the length to be whatever length you want. So I also purchased a pendant to go along with that fantasy necklace, and this is the Moon and Stars pendant, and it's very similar to that little silver bead that I showed you. This one has a cutout star, but it also has like a stamped oxidized star. And I believe it's on both sides. Yeah, it is. So let me share with you how it would look with the fantasy necklace. And this one's a little bit different in that you put it through inside the pendant like that. And I thought, tangled a little bit. I thought this was a nice little option if you wanted to see a glimpse of the stone, but not everything. So this gives you a good idea that my amethyst is a little bit chunky, but this would actually be perfect on my pearl. Let me try that right now. And look how the pearl is just nestled right inside. And then as you're wearing it, you can see that little glimpse of white through the cutout there. So I think this is going to be a nice little pendant, especially, I don't know, I guess it can go in all seasons. I was thinking wintertime, but yeah, it could definitely go all seasons. So next up is another gemstone, and this is the second one of this that I will have in my collection, and I am so excited about this one. This is the Feldspar Moonstone, and wait till you see this beautiful one up close. It's like it has a little bit of gold dust inside. Do you see that shimmer that comes through? And then take a look at that flash. Like, this Feldspar Moonstone is absolutely stunning. So there's a flash, I think, on two sides, and it just has a little bit of milkiness to it as well. Let me show you the first one that I have. This first one here I actually got on Poshmark, and I'm still really happy with it. It's a little bit lighter in tone, and it has a little bit of sparkle to it. But you can see there's quite the difference and variety in all of these gemstones. And I have another gemstone here, and again, this is my second, and this is the Hornblende. And I actually really like the Hornblende. I don't know if it was the most popular of gemstones just because it's, you know, it's a little bit black and white, so not quite as exciting as some of the others. But when I received this one, wow, like look at the pattern on here. I just love that. This one again is very different than the other one that I own, or at least I can appreciate the differences. Let me pull that one out for you. So I still have my Hornblende on this bracelet design. I haven't changed up this design because it's kind of a perfect fall bracelet. And actually this bead right here is 50% off. I remember seeing that one online. But here is my first Hornblende, and I've got a little bit of like a little brown dot there and some black and white, and then it's modeled at the back. So to compare it to this one, you can see that there are some subtle differences. They're all unique and beautiful. Like, you just can't go wrong with these gemstones. So next I want to show you a silver bead that I was super excited to see online, and this one I think is sold out. There was one left after I placed an order, but I think somebody else purchased it already. This is the Compassion Rose. So as I rotate the bead, you can see that it basically is two roses with some leaf detail, and then you've got that Rosa Pearl right in the center there. And this is a nice size pearl on this one, and look at these flowers. Aren't they beautiful? And even their leaves. I find Trollbeads leaves are very pretty. And I thought you might find it interesting to see a size comparison with the Rose of June, which is right here, and it's quite a bit bigger. There's just the one rose, and then there is the little pearl. So now let's take a look at the pearls here. So you can definitely see that the Compassion Rose is a pink pearl compared to the Rose of June. I do think I have a bit of a petite pearl in my Rose of June. I'm okay with that because it just makes it a little bit more hidden. These next two gemstones I already had in my collection. These are Ruby Rock. And I just really appreciate the differences in Ruby Rock, and I design with them quite a bit because I find they look absolutely stunning with rose quartz and even with the ruby. Like, look how beautiful that is together. So this is my first of the Ruby Rock, and it's the darkest Ruby Rock I think I've seen in anybody's collection. This is my second, and I believe I purchased this one when Great Lakes Boutique had their sale on. And then I added this one. This one's really different because do you see that little tiny blip right there? Like, it just actually, I don't know what that is, but anyway, I call it its little freckle. But it's got a nice amount of pink, and then it's got this grayness at the back that kind of reminds me of Moonstone or even some lighter labradorites. And then do you see the variation there? And then you start getting into the pink. So I really enjoy the Ruby Rock. I just find all the variation and it's so versatile. So really happy to add this third one to my collection. This next bead is Framed by Nature, and they also had Framed by Sea, I believe, where it looks like driftwood. I did a big debate which one I wanted to add to my collection. So I do have both of those, but I decided to get a second of this one, the Framed by Nature. I use these all the time. And again, these are one of those silver beads that really drew me to Trollbeads. And these beads just hug one of the little round gemstones perfectly. So I have the little lapis inside, and it just adds so much more interest. Trisha's Gems did not have a lot of the little round gemstones remaining in inventory. They had a malachite, and then they had this one here, the white moonstone. I was not expecting this to be as beautiful as it is. Look, as I rotate it, do you see that flash right there? And then the little dark, and it's just absolutely stunning. I don't know if the camera is picking up the beauty of this one, but I am so fortunate that I did pick this one out. I almost passed, but then I thought it might be nice to kind of have another round gemstone with all of those wraparound beads. They also have all of their bracelets and locks for 50% off. So I did pick up another bracelet, foxtail, because those are what I wear mostly with Trollbeads. And then I could not resist this lock. This is just the rose lock, and it's very simple in that it's kind of got a flat profile, but nothing is simple about this rose. Look at all the detail of that rose. And then if I turn it on its side, you can see how the clasp here actually has little leaves that are kind of climbing along. And then you've got some more leaves on the other side and another rose. And then even this toggle right here is a leaf. Like, unbelievable how much attention to detail that Trollbeads does. The next bead I picked up is a spacer, and I don't see this one that often in people's collections. This one is called the Maisy Spacer. And I actually remember seeing Brooklyn 08 had this in her collection in one of her videos. And I thought it was absolutely stunning. So I kind of made a mental note about this spacer. Let me share with you what it looks like on a bracelet. So to put it on a bracelet, a lot of you know this, but some of you maybe not, but all you have to do is you put it on one of these threaders. You hook one end onto the end of the bracelet, and then you just kind of pull it through. And then let me share with you the beauty of this. So all you have to do is, when you've got two beads, and I'm just going to bring them together so you can see how it kind of nestles the two beads like that. So the gemstones are a little bit chunkier of a bead. If you had a smaller glass bead, it would nestle inside a little bit better, but this definitely gives the idea of how it looks in between two different beads. This bead here is my ruby zoisite, and I was disappointed when I received this because I really wanted a ruby zoisite that the ruby portion there was like a deep color, And I thought this was a little bit more muted when I received it in real life compared to what I saw in the photos. So I did pick this one up with Diamonds Forever, and the photos made this ruby portion quite a bit deeper. So on Trisha's Gems, they had 2 ruby zoisites in stock, and I just decided to purchase them both because I love green. Green is my favorite color. I love ruby rock, and then I thought this would be a really fun combination to see what the 3 ruby zoisites would look together. So now let's compare with the first one that I opened up with Trisha's Gems, and look at the deep green. It's pretty much a little bit deeper than my first one, but it's pretty similar. But then I have that nice deep pink that I was looking for. And as an extra bonus, I don't know if that's black or if it's just like an even deeper pink of that stone. I'm not quite sure, but I saw this. I absolutely loved it when I saw that darkness right there. Like, it stands out on a bracelet design so nicely. And then this third one really made me excited because I love that dark deep green with that little bit of freckles in there. But then look at that. Isn't that stunning? I think it's stunning. I know gemstones are all like individually what people like, but look how nice and deep color that is. And then there's the other side. So you can see, I guess what I'm attracted to is those deeper gemstone colors compared to the more pastel. But I am super thrilled with these 2 ruby zoisites, like super thrilled. This last bead here is the blue tiger eye that I ordered, and this is the bead that I received. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think about this one. So again, blue tiger eye. And I already have one of these in my collection, and mine is very dark. Like, there's hardly any blue flash to it at all. So it's quite different than this one. So this is my first of the blue tiger's eye, and I received this one from Great Lakes Boutique. It does have a very faint blue shimmer to it as I rotate it around, but it kind of reminds me of a black onyx. So you can see there is like a really faint little blue right there. And then this is the blue tiger's eye that I received from Trisha's Gems. So here you can see the side profile like so, and it's very, very pretty. And I think it's fairly obvious that these 2 beads couldn't be more different. So this is everything that I picked out in Trisha's Gems 50% off sale. And I do think I have a nice variety here. Definitely increased my gemstones and really thrilled with them all. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Take care. Bye-bye.